This was probably one of the best One Piece chapters we've gotten in a while. If you saw my community post, I told you guys I had COVID, and I'm getting better. I felt terrible like 2 or 3 days ago, but like there was no way I could miss this week's chapter review because like this chapter, it was utterly insane. Forgive me if I sound nasally and I don't have that much energy. I'm still trying to bring the energy I always do, but like if I make one wrong move, my head might just explode. Yeah, let's get into this review so I can edit this and go back to bed. Not really, but let's just go. So the chapter kicks off with everyone's reaction to basically Vegapunk saying like, oh yeah, whoever finds One Piece, these pirates, these little, monkeys. Wait, yo, I'm tweaking, bro. I'm telling you, it's the meds. It's the meds. It's not me. It's the meds. And everyone's reacting to that. We see, the regular civilians, they're just like, oh my gosh, like pirates. We gotta trust them. And then we have these regular fodder, no-name pirates who are like, oh yeah, let's go find the One Piece. And like I said in the last chapter review, brother, y'all are not finding the One Piece, my brother. It's not like I don't know why these what's crazy too? It's the same thing as when like Roger was like, there was like obviously in that like big group of people, there was like certain people like there was Shanks, Buggy, Crocodile, Mihawk, all those people that were there who were like, oh yeah, go find the One Piece. But there's like all these fodder pirates. It's just like I don't know what y'all really getting into, bro. Some of the pirates that were being showcased were some of the ones that was impaled down. And then obviously the Navy that was watching them, they were like, oh, why we can't turn off the transponder snails? And like, why are we showing them this? And then, the Navy, they're freaking out about this. Like, I'm telling you, bro, ykKairu, he's in his office right now, like crying. Like, I wouldn't say, well, not crying, but like, he's making that face. Like his little magma, like, smoking his little cigar, letting all the smoke out. He's mad about what's going on right now. Because like this is just more fuel being added to the fire, and a lot more is being added to his plate than what needs to be added on. Bro, the nasaliness in my nose and in my throat is actually insane. It's gonna be a miracle if I get through this video. In the next panel over, we see Kobe's reacting to the news that's going on. Then he remembers the conversation he had with Luffy. We're like, oh yeah, Luffy, well, you want to be king of the pirates, you want to go find the One Piece. Then after he finished reading that, he thinks to himself that, oh yeah, Luffy, like I need to stop you from like achieving your dreams. Like, you and me, we're gonna fight. So now he didn't say fight. All he said was, I need to stop you from achieving your dreams. Honestly, as it stands right now, do you guys think that Kobe stands a chance against Luffy right now? Because obviously the first answer is no, right? But we also got to remember that who he was trained by, Garp. Garp was there fighting with Roger on God Valley. If you took Gear 5 out of the equation, I honestly feel like Kobe low-key stands a good chance against Luffy because we saw his little honesty impact. So we know his hockey's good. We know he's probably got good observation. He's a trained Marine. He knows all the little the CP9, CP0 like moves and shit like that. So I honestly feel like no Gear 5, Kobe might stand a chance. But then you give Luffy Gear 5 and it's like, Kobe, unless you get like a devil fruit or like your hockey is just that insane. Like I don't know how you're gonna do that. I just feel like even if he does get stronger, like I don't know how much Garp could teach him to where it's like as Kobe gets stronger, Luffy's gonna get stronger too. So I feel like just Luffy's skill ceiling is a lot higher than what Kobe's can be. Simply just because Luffy is obviously, he's the reincarnation of JOYBOY with his devil fruit. I don't see how Kobe could catch Luffy in a way. It just doesn't make sense to me. And then we get another panel of Buggy reacting to the news, and he's over there telling them like, oh, why are y'all calling this my world? And they're like, oh, what do you mean, Buggy? This is our world. We'll follow you to the deep depths of hell. And then Crocodile and Mihawk is looking at this guy like, Buggy, go sit your ass down. That's basically how they're looking at him. Like, I know they can't stand that brother, bro. Because like it's so good for Cross Guild because Buggy has his whole cult of people behind him, but it's just like Mihawk and Crocodile working in the shadows behind that. I know that tarnishes their egos so much because it would tarnish mine if I was getting like no credit for any of this. Then in the next panel over, we also see another panel of Blackbeard and Katarina Devon. She's talking to him because they have what's his name? Fucking Caribou. Yes, they have Caribou because Caribou's trying to go leak all this information to Blackbeard. And so Katarina Devon was just being like, oh, do we bring him to you, Commodore Teach? And then he was like, yeah, go ahead and bring him. And if his information is basically dirt shit, I'm gonna kill him. So yeah, We'll see what happens to Caribou. Like, he has good information because think about it. He's been with the Straw Hats for so long. He was on Wano, so he knows where like a good chunk of the poneglyphs are. So I genuinely wonder like what's gonna like when Teach gets this information, what's really gonna like happen. So we finally cut back to Egghead and we see that the Iron Giant is still getting a beat down from the Gorosei. I wouldn't really say he's gonna get beat down. He's low-key standing his ground, but like, you know, the back and forth between them, it's still going on. We see that the Sunny is still falling out of the sky, and the Gorosei with the sword, Ethan is still chasing after the Sunny, and Zoro is getting ready to. Zoro was gearing up to do something, but we don't see what he was actually gonna do. We cut back to the Iron Giant, where he's like, I'm sorry, Joy Boy, talking to Luffy again. So he still thinks that Luffy is Joy Boy, and obviously, who wouldn't think that Luffy is Joy Boy? I mean, look at him, the haki he's giving off. Like, if the Iron Giant remembers Joy Boy, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he got him confused. But yeah, so Luffy's like, oh, did you mistake me for someone else? And he was like, oh yeah, like, you know, the nostalgia, you know, the drums, you made me hear drums of liberation again. What's your name? And he's like, oh, Monkey D. Luffy, the man who's gonna be king of the pirates. Once Luffy tells him his name and the man he wants to become, he reaches to his chest, unties a little like knot. He goes, he, hey Luffy, thank you. You let me hear the drums. Well, he didn't say the drums, but you let me hear that nostalgic rhythm one last time. We see sparks of black haki starting to come off. And all of a sudden, just sparks and sparks of haki just start coming off of Egghead, like intense sparks of haki, Conqueror's haki to be specific. And when these sparks are going off, even like the vice admirals, the rear admirals are like struggling to keep themselves composed and like actually be able to fight off this haki. So whatever this haki is, it's a really strong haki. We see the Gorosei are getting knocked out of their devil fruit forms, getting knocked back to their human forms, and getting sent back to the fucking Marijois. Well, 4 of them got sent back to Marijois. Then we see another panel of Eam on his knees, and he's thinking to himself, Joy Boy. So this haki that Emeth is giving off is Joy Boy's haki. Now there's a very logical question we need to ask ourselves. How in the hell is it possible for you to wrap your haki? Okay, if you're watching this video, you already know what happened at the end of this chapter. I'm just going over it. But like basically what Joy Boy did, he condensed his haki, put it inside the Iron Giant, wrapped it up. You know what I mean? How is that possible? And I'm not saying this from like a logical standpoint. I just mean like a One Piece, like in general. Like, we know you can coat like Conqueror's haki and put it onto attacks and things like that, but to be able to store it in something and then just let it out like that is insane. It's insanity. And maybe this is a Joy Boy specific thing. I've never known that this could be done before. So like, that was crazy to me. After we see Eam get put on his knees, the Sunny landed back in the ocean. We see that Luffy notices that and he's like, oh yeah, you guys made it here safe. And then right now, Emeth is just facing off with the last Gorosei, Saturn, the one that got left there. Then we get a little flashback between Emeth and Joy Boy. And then obviously, like I said, Joy Boy was like, I'm gonna store my most powerful haki inside of you because one day you're gonna need it. You know, when you want to save someone, or you feel like you're in danger, and you feel like you want to save that person, untie this knot. Use my haki. You know the crazy thing about this? We don't actually see, obviously Joy Boy, he's still in silhouette, but in the very last panel, we kind of see that he has a peg leg and a peg arm. And we know from this right here, Oda's been wanting to draw that for the longest. So the reveal of Joy Boy is coming soon. It's just that now that we've like really like seen in silhouette, like we see the straw hat, we see he obviously has a peg leg, we see obviously he has a peg arm. It would make sense that the first like pirate, the first king of the pirates, you know, the first everything would have that type of like, you know, have the typical peg leg, the peg arm, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to see what comes out of this Joy Boy thing. There's definitely going to be more videos coming where I like actually go into more depth about some of these things. Like I definitely want to talk more about the silhouette Joy Boy. I definitely want to talk about more about his haki. I definitely want to talk about the fact that that was like, it was felt so far that it literally put Eam on his knees. So like that has to be talked about in the video itself. I have another video on the way. This was like before I got sick. I just haven't got a chance to finish editing it yet. But once I finish editing it, you'll probably see it like next week or something like that. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one.